Finally getting on the road, always later than I want. It is like 8:30, 8:45, and we got about 350 to go today. We're going all the way back to Ohio. So here we go. Double check everything. Triples, quadruples. Okay, here we go. First stop, garbage. If it doesn't fall off before we get there. Hanging on the bike rack. Oh, easy. Easy. It's a nice campground, but it is crowded, but there's 480 spots.
Turn left and turn right.
And they're mostly full. Oh, I don't really want to go back to Ohio, but I do. It's been 2 months. It's been a long trip. Alright. I say alright or okay all the time when I start talking. Come on,
Turn
man.
right.
Let's see if we can get out on this super busy US 31. It's crazy. Well, this is lucky. I'm not gonna have to wait too long. Shit falling. It's already hot and muggy. Yeah, and gas is over $3 a gallon. I gotta notice that it was going up. Sure is pretty up here. I like Traverse City, but there's a lot of traffic. A lot of tourists. And Dills is gone. There is no more Dills. There has been no more Dills for years, I guess. Really cool restaurant. But I still got my old Dills t-shirt from back in the day. Just a splash.
Take this second exit.
Alright, we're driving. We're going through roundabouts and whatnots. Rolling.
Exit roundabout.
I'm exiting roundabout.
Continue on route.
Alright, here's Turtle Creek Casino. Now, I called them, and you can park there for free. They'll let you run your generator forever, but they don't have any plug-ins. And because it did get hot, and I wanted to be other places, I stayed at the campground. It would have been nice if the weather wasn't so hot, but you got pets, you know, you make different decisions. But that's Turtle Creek, and it's a little ways from everything I wanted to see. So the campground there, the state park, was a little pricey. I think it was $33 a night. But the location, it was 4 miles from downtown, across the busy street from the beach. It was relatively nice, even though it was kind of crowded. It's not my first choice for types of campgrounds, but I don't regret staying there. And I got to see my aunt, which was a lot of fun. So yeah. Alright. Still not really in a talking mood, so When I am, I'll push that button on the GoPro and I'll talk at you. Or give you time lapse. I think Elf Boy's become fascinated with these backcountry roads. I could have went a different way, but I listened to him. It's not too bad. He'll avoid some towns and stuff, but... I don't know, Elf Boy. I think that was unnecessary. Why wouldn't I want to be on
Continue on route.
a relatively decent road when I could do bumpy? Right, Elf Boy? Jeez. Okay. Enough for now. This is steep. 64, and I just keep my foot on the gas where it was, and as we slow down I don't thump it. Nobody passing me. The guy's been behind me on all those roads. Alright, stayed at 52 to the top. We're getting to 75 south, and we'll be on this for a long time, like 6 hours. Still trying to get up to speed. I'm at 60 and 75. Alright, it's just going to be a whole bunch of people passing me for a long time, so we'll come back. I was in much more of a listen to music than talk at the GoPro mode, so you're not getting a lot of talking in this one. Crazy bouncy, huh? Alright, that's a Flying J. It's 306. You can call it 3059, that's 306. So I put a few gallons in and try to keep going. Haven't been real talky. Still not. So let mercy come. I need to do a Lincoln Park marathon. Alright. Again, still not feeling like rambling. Eddie's not running great. He's bouncing around quite a bit. But pressing on. Gonna get back on the highway. Alright, YouTubers, I've been quiet because Eddie's not running great. I stopped a couple times, checked tires, checked everything I could see. I don't know. Feels like a leaf spring or something. So I'm under 100 miles. Trying to push it. We're going to be on a RV break for a while, so I'm just trying to get him back. That's why I haven't been talking very much, but clunking along. It's a trusty steed. Hopefully all goes well. But he's shimmying and shaking and he's not happy. But I'll update you when I update you. Hope you're having a great and wonderful day. Kiki, get off the dash. Get off the dash. Come here, Kiki. Oh, God. Cat. You guys are ready to be done, aren't you? Oh, crud. Okay. Kiki. Okay, YouTubers, I made it back. I didn't do a lot of talking in the video. I had planned to do a whole wrap-up kind of thing, which I'll do that later. It was, I think this trip was 2 months and about 3,500 miles, but we'll get into that in another video. But the reason I didn't do much talking was, the start of the trip back, I really wasn't in the mood. Sometimes I just don't feel like talking at the GoPro, so I don't do it. And then Eddie started giving me a little bit of trouble. I'm going to start the beginning of this by saying, if I were to watch this video, I would call myself stupid. Why are you being stupid? So everything I'm going to say is probably not good advice or anything like that on what you should do. But I'll say right here, I made it back fine. Everything's going to be okay eventually. I'm super far behind on videos. And by the time I get this whole thing I'm going to talk about resolved, it'll make sense. But anyways, I'm driving back, and Eddie starts riding really, really rough. The back end's bouncing around. It's staying true, but it's not riding well at all. So I stopped. I stopped a few times, actually. And I get out, and at first I thought it might be a spring or a shock had gone or something like that. So I crawled underneath and did the idiot's version of, is anything hanging down looking exceedingly broken? And I didn't see anything broken. So I checked the tires seemed fine. So I'm like, well, I'll drive a little further and see what happens. When I should have probably went to a garage is the point I'm getting at. I kept driving and it kept bouncing. I started thinking, well, if it's not those things, maybe it's like the air ride. The bags, maybe one of them is not riding great or something like that, but I don't know if that's it either. And as I say, I stopped quite a few times, but I kept going. You know, when I would stop, I felt the tires. I'm thinking now, and I thought a little bit then, maybe it's a tire thing and that tires are separating or something, which is the point where if that's what the problem is, it's really dangerous to keep driving. But I stuck to like 55 or 60 and it's bouncing and everything like that. But we made it back. I'll get it to a shop. I drove it around again since I've been back, and I'm leaning more at this point to might be a tire starting to separate, but usually you see a bubble and you know, like a mound on the tire, and I can't really see that. And the tire's about 4 years old. So, again, where I'm at on videos being posted as I record this is a while ago. I fall way behind because I do my best to try to post them, but I also do my best to try to live my life. So, whatever the solution is to getting Eddie fixed, I'll include that in a video. And I hope that if enough people watch often, this isn't a woe is me or a way to get any money or anything like that. I'm just going to try to share what was happening and what the end result might end up being. And I can determine and share with you how stupid I was to keep driving. But there was no noise. There was no grinding because, you know, you start thinking, well, what if it's a wheel bearing? But I didn't hear any noise. Nothing was dripping or leaking or anything like that. And as I said, no obviously broken looking parts. So my thought was it was a spring. My main thought was it was a spring. And as I said, I've been back a few days and I haven't been to the shop with them yet because I'm not in any super rush to be back on the road. I got to save up the money a little bit, but we'll get it figured out, and hopefully relatively soon I'll be back in the road, unless I decide to buy a place up in Michigan or get a different RV. You never know. None of that's going to happen. Or if I decide, not to do YouTube videos. You never know anymore. But just wanted to add that on here, and if I don't add the solution on, it'll be the next video, so it won't be too long. So there's that. That's all I had. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. Be safe.